right, go ahead. Questions for Will?
Yes, well, I think this is the first time I've seen you in a while. So, with the toe injury, what exactly was it? I think I heard you played through NC State with it.
Yeah, it was just like a little toe sprain. I just kind of got my toe stuck in the turf really bad and kind of got rolled on and all jammed up and stuff. I mean, I'm fine now, but it just kind of took a little bit. Just kind of big toes are really tough to kind of get through, especially playing, offensive line and stuff, moving around. But I'm feeling a lot better now.
Is it hard to kind of get a push off?
Yeah, it's just kind of hard to push off and stuff. Like think about running around without a big toe. It's kind of hard to do, but yeah, but I'm feeling a lot better now.
How much pain did you feel during that NC State game?
I mean, I felt a good amount of pain. I mean, it definitely hurt. I will say it hurt a lot more afterwards. I think a lot of it just kind of like when you're in the game and you're in that kind of mindset and stuff like that. I mean, you definitely know it's hurting, it's there. But after the game, it swells up a lot more, and then that's when your adrenaline kind of dies down a little bit, and it's not as bad. But yeah.
Kind of black and blue, or
Yeah, it was pretty crazy looking. Yeah, it was swelled up all on the bottom and on the top everywhere. So.
how do you come to the decision that you can't play on it? You got to take some time off.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I can't walk around. I mean, when I'm kind of jumping on one leg and stuff like that, and I can barely move around without a boot on, and even that was kind of hurting. That's when it's just like, hey, there's no way I can play like this. If I can't even walk, I can't even run. And then once you're even able to run, then like sprinting and actually like playing full of the best of your ability, that's a whole other topic. But I mean, I was fortunate enough to be able to play some Syracuse. And then obviously this past game I was as well too, and I'm glad it's feeling a lot better.
Well, what's the mindset of you guys right now? You're not accustomed to what's been going on this season. How do you kind of refocus, or do you refocus about what's ahead?
Yeah, I mean, I think some of it is also kind of, right now we are a 4-3 team, but I think some of it why we play isn't necessarily because of the wins and the losses. I think a lot of us, I know I can speak for myself, and a lot of guys on this team, like the reason why we play is because we just love this game. We love this game. We're very passionate about it. And even though, some things haven't really gone our way, and obviously, yeah, we are disappointed in certain things and losing because that's never what you want to do. I think the reason why we're going to keep going and still do the best we can is because we're passionate about this game. We're passionate about this program, this university, and we're glad to be here. So I think kind of moving forward, it's easy for us to keep moving forward because no matter what, we look forward to practicing, we look forward to playing games, no matter what. Like we're excited to play, whether it's playing NC State or SC State. My bad. Whether we're playing SC State or a national championship game, I'm personally just as excited to play either or. So for me personally, and I think a lot of guys on this team, it doesn't really necessarily matter as much about getting excited to go play football because we always are.
Do all the injuries that you guys have suffered, and now Matt's gone for the season, does that wear on you after a while?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's tough a little bit because we have certain guys who are really good players not able to play. I know with Matt gone now, he's a tremendous leader, great teammate, good player, obviously great player, really good teammate. Yeah, I mean it is tough when someone like that can't play football anymore, and has to exit. But I mean it's kind of next man up and stuff like that. And thankfully, this is a team sport, and we do got guys who are kind of ready to go and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean it is tough.
What kind of a week is this gonna be for you guys? Simply because Coach Sweeney says, hey, everybody's up for evaluation. Yet, in a few days, you got to be ready to play Florida State.
Mm-hmm. I mean that's kind of a tough question because we haven't even really met as a team since the game. So I think whatever coach is going to set the tone he's going to put down for this week is still kind of yet to come, and we'll see that's what's going to happen. This afternoon, this practice Monday. So for me, it's kind of hard. It's hard to really tell.
With Matt's injury, you guys are going to have to get another starting combination up there in the offensive line, different combination. How difficult has that been, and how difficult is that to just get continuity when you're shuffling guys in and out all season?
Yeah, I mean it's definitely tough, but I will say even with that, I know one thing about O-line, one thing that Caldwell kind of preaches a lot is we know all positions. mentally. So that's a big emphasis when we're learning plays, when we're going through installations. It's obviously you have to know the position you're necessarily playing. So like I'm playing right guard, I got to know what I got to do, but it's important for me to also know what the center does. It's important for me to know what the right tackle does. And so even though I'm playing right guard, mentally I know exactly what the guys playing next to me are playing. So I think even though it is tough a little bit, because obviously it's tough, especially if you're a younger guy, not being able to kind of like get in that groove. I'm just playing here, but I mean everyone's mentally pretty much ready, and I think a lot of that continuity can kind of be built within a week of practice, kind of knowing that I'm going in, I'm doing this. And obviously, yeah, it's kind of hard in the middle of a game stepping in and just getting thrown in there, but I think throughout a week of practice, that continuity is being able to kind of build a little bit.
In particular with Marcus Tate, obviously a really, really young guy, got thrown in early. There were some struggles there. He's back in now. I mean, how have you seen him kind of handle some of that adversity?
He's handled it tremendously. I mean, I think he has grown up so much since he first got here, but since the very first game. I mean, he's handled the adversity tremendously. He actually played a good game. He played a fairly good game against Pittsburgh. I'm really glad to see him do really well because, I mean, he is a good player right now, and, I mean, the sky really is the limit for him. So I'm really glad to kind of see a young guy like that, take the accountability, take the ownership of the position he's in right now, even though he's a really young guy. And it is, if you're a young guy, it's easy to be like, hey, I'm just a freshman, let the older guys take care of this and stuff like that. But his mindset, he comes to work every day ready to go and stuff, and he understands that I am a freshman, but when I'm starting and I'm playing, I mean that doesn't really mean anything. Like when you're in the game, you're in the game. It's regardless if you're a fifth-year senior or a true freshman, the standard has to be met. And I'm really happy to kind of see him progress, and the progress he has made is very encouraging.
You remember when you were a freshman, you talked about thinking like some freshmen are like, just let
Mm-hmm.
the older guys handle this. I mean, would you have been prepared to play that early? How hard is that?
And that's what I'm saying. It's really tough. Like I look back to my freshman year, and I mean I grew a lot my freshman year, but like I don't know because I never really had to. Like my freshman year, I mean I played some, but it was usually always in like the second half when we were up by a good margin. So that's why I have a lot of respect for him just going in there, stepping in, being able to play. Even though we have some guys like Matt down and stuff like that. Compared to my freshman year, we had a little bit more like steady group going on. But him coming in and playing, I think, is a lot harder than some people realize, especially on the offensive line.
With obviously Matt, great player, but also just a leader, obviously a local leader who kind of steps up into that role.
I mean, I would say someone like myself, and then someone like Jordan McFadden. I mean, he's always been a leader too, but I think someone like himself, someone like me, I think we kind of really got to step up and kind of start kind of being some more vocal leaders as well. Same with Walker and guys who I've kind of just played a little bit and been around.
How do you step up in that fashion, I guess?
I think just being more of a vocal leader. I mean, for me, I've always been more so I've always believed and more so like the kind of lead by example mindset. I feel like because if we have someone like Matt who's a good leader, and he kind of leads more vocally, you only need so many cooks in the kitchen, in my opinion. So I think just being a good example for those younger guys, kind of trying to do things the right way, and I think they really pick up and notice that. But I think with someone losing like a really good leader like Matt, I think vocally you kind of need to pick that up a little bit too. If not just for my segment, the offensive line, for the offense in general.
Well, maybe you might not have seen much from Florida State, but I'm sure you're getting ready for a defensive line that's tough and fast and physical like they usually are when they come up, no matter what their record.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, so I haven't really watched too much film of them yet. I've still just been kind of going over Pittsburgh and stuff like that. But yeah, no doubt, I'm pretty sure they have a really good D end. I've heard. I know he's really good, but I mean, we always expect them to be pretty tough up front. I mean, regardless, like you said, regardless of their record, and I mean, just as much as anyone else. So, I mean, we'll probably get into that today and look into that. But I mean, no doubt, I'm sure they'll be a tough opponent up front, especially.
Well, I know you talked about motivation for yourself beyond wins and losses, but for other guys, the rest of the team, when you're going through the kind of season that you're just not accustomed to, do you worry about motivation, or maybe guys that are mentally checking out? I mean, do you worry about that at all? Do you have to worry to keep guys motivated yourself?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. I mean, I think a lot of it kind of goes back to just that kind of leading by example and kind of showing guys kind of through your actions, like that passion and all that stuff kind of by how you play the game. And at the end of the day, I mean, we're playing football. It's not like, the season's just over right now. We're done. We still have, what is it, 5 more games to play? Yeah, we still have 5 more games to play and stuff like that. And it's just like, I mean, this is no time to quit right now. This is no time to quit right now. We still got 5 more games to play. We're still playing Florida State, who is a very formidable opponent. And the motivation is right there ahead of us today, being Monday, getting ready to go play Florida State. So, I mean, but I know a lot of guys in my segment, the O-line, are in good spirits. They're excited to get ready and play football again. But I think a lot of that kind of gets built out throughout the week and the message and the tone that the kind of staff sets within the team as well.
I guess have you been able to talk to Bockhorst at all? Like, how's he?
Yeah, so he's actually my roommate, so we're really good friends. I mean, yeah, he's definitely disappointed, obviously, on kind of how things went. I mean, it's tough for him. It's tough for him. I mean, personally, I feel like it's gonna get only tougher for him as it goes on, because I think obviously after a game like that, he's really disappointed and stuff like that. And then now it's just kind of figuring out, okay, how, what happened and all this stuff. But I would imagine it'll get tougher as it goes on, when this next game comes up. And he realizes, man, I really can't, I can't go out there. This whole week, 'cause you usually wake up Sunday anyways and just like, oh, man, it's Sunday. It's kind of my day off and stuff like that. But I haven't seen him today, but I imagine, waking up today, it's like, oh, man, it's Monday, but I can't practice. I can't be with my guys. And then kind of as it goes on, oh, man, it's Saturday, it's game day, but I can't go out there and play and be with my guys. So, I mean, I know it's definitely tough for him. I mean, any injury is, especially – ending football in the time when you're not necessarily expecting it. So, yeah.
Kind of, do you feel like you're leaning for him a little bit?
I mean, because we all love Matt. It's not just me. It's the offensive line in general. I mean, we all love him. We know how passionate he is about the game and about this group and stuff like that. So I think we all understand that we need to carry that on. Kind of in his vision a little bit as well.
Being his roommate, do you feel like you learned more about leadership from him?
I guess in a way, yeah. I mean, he's 2 years older than me as well. He's just kind of always been more of like a vocal leader type. Me personally, I've just kind of been more of a kind of do it by example type. That's just kind of how I've always kind of rolled around. But I mean, yeah, no, he's, like I said, he's my roommate, one of my best friends, so I love him.
Any questions on Zoom for Will? All right, if not, thank you, Will. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Problem. No, thank you.